Okay, so next up, what we're going to do is look at using Google Docs as our content source. Now, this is a little bit more of an advanced setup technique, and that's because it doesn't work on Business Catalyst. Business Catalyst is about the only host out there that doesn't support PHP or anything like that. So you'll need to use a different host, something like GoDaddy or HostGator, anything that supports PHP, which is pretty much everything out there. So to do this method, what we're going to do first is I'm going to set this back to the Google Spreadsheet version. And you'll notice when I do that, if I try and preview this initially in the browser, that we get this error and it says, if you are using Google Docs as the content source, you must run the PHP on your server. So the reason that you're getting this, and let me close this so it doesn't pop up again, is because right now by default, these Google Spreadsheets that we have linked up, and I'll click the links below so you can navigate to them. Here's the content template. You'll notice it has all the same columns as what we reviewed in our last video. But when I get over to some of these areas that say, where is our content coming from? It's set to Google Docs. And if you have those set to Google Docs versus straight HTML, you're going to need that PHP file installed on your server. So luckily, to install this on your server, to upload it, all you need to do is bring up the widget panel and you click Add File on this PHP file spot. You navigate to it, which is included in the download, and you click Open. And there you go. So now when you upload this entire site to your server, the PHP file is going to be linked up and accessible, and everything is going to work well. So to get started, let's create a new content spreadsheet. So again, if I click on this link to open up our online version, and I'm going to create a new one. So if this is your first time using the Connect system, what we need to do is go File and Make a Copy. And we'll just call this Demo Content. Where do I want to put it? In my drive, and click OK. That's fine. And once we have our own created, we need to make sure this is published on the web. So we'll go File, Publish to the web right there. We're going to publish this as a CSV file. And below this publish settings, we're going to just make sure automatically republish when changes are made is set and click publish. Okay, so it's good to go. And once we do that, we need to enter the key for this new spreadsheet into our widget panel. So if I close this window, you'll see that this weird string of characters up here, kind of between these two slashes, is our key. So let's just copy that. Let's paste it into our widget panel, just like this, and paste it in there. Oh, I have a space before. Delete that. Okay, so that's good to go. And for our presets, I'm just going to use the default presets for now. So everything should be good. So if we want to test this out, remember we need to upload it to our own host. So I have my own hosting server set up, and I'm going to enter the FTP details in right now. So we go up to Publish and FTP host. Let's enter in our details. Okay, so I'm going to enter our site URL, which is demo.MuseThemes.com/article demo. And I'm going to put this in a folder called article demo. All right, and let's click OK and upload. Okay, so now that our site has uploaded, you'll see that we're not getting any sort of PHP errors. Everything is looking good. So the next thing we need to do here is let's just go ahead and jump into our content spreadsheet. And let's have a look at our content type. So we need to create content in Google Docs and provide our spreadsheet with the Google Docs key. So if we jump back to the download package that we gave you, there's some sample assets in it. And if you click on sample articles, you'll see these really simple Google Docs. They're basically the same thing in each of them. So what we're going to do is we're going to navigate to Google Docs rather than Google Sheets right now. So let me click the sidebar and go to Docs. And we can create a new document. So I'm just going to create a blank document. Okay. And you know what I'm going to do is just paste in the content that we have here. It's nothing special, so let's just copy that and let's paste it in just like that. Okay, so I'm going to give this content a name. Let's say sample post for demo, just like that. Okay, it looks good. Now what we need to do is we need to go File and Publish to the web. So we're going to publish this as a link and publish content settings, automatically publish. So that looks good. And there we go. So I'll just close this and I'll grab the key from this link up here. And let's just grab this like this and copy it. And now we're going to jump into our content template that we've created for Article Connect. Now, unfortunately, I've closed that window. So let me just make sure this is copied. And let's navigate back to our Google Sheet and open up our demo. And let's just add our new content template into this first post. So I'll just change the title. And it's set to use Google Drive, so we can paste our key right here, just like that, and hit enter. Now, one thing you need to pay attention to when using this method is that Google Docs has about a 5-minute content upload window. So even though I've added this and we should be able to see it right away on our site, if I refresh, it's not going to show up for a few minutes. They only publish so often. And actually, you know what? It's already in here, but just be prepared for a slight delay when you do upload content. If we go ahead and hit read more, you'll see that the content that we added to our Google Doc is now showing up in the page. Now, something's a little weird here. It seems like it's missing a title. And if I actually highlight up here, you'll see that the title seems to be white. It is there, but it's white. This is a setting in the preset. So style controls are all in the presets file. So if I go back to the widget panel and I bring up the Google Sheets preset template, this is the one I'm currently using, and we scroll down a bit, you'll see that there is a title font family and title font color right here. So right now it is set to white. So if I go ahead and change that to black, it's going to instantly publish. And now if I refresh this page, you'll see that our title is showing up on the proper color. And we can go ahead and adjust some of these settings, some fonts and spacing and all of this for your post using that preset file. So this is how the Google Docs integration works. As you can see, it's an easy way for you to make content, but keep in mind there are some performance challenges behind it. And you do still need to link up your Google Doc to your spreadsheet using that unique key. So it's really up to you to decide which method of adding content works best. And we'll continue to look for ways to streamline and simplify the content creation process using Article Connect. So that's it for this side. And in one more video here, I'm going to just do some quick tips and look at integrating Discuss into your widgets and just some final tidy up on the beta of Article Connect. Thanks again.